And of course, speaking of sunshine, you hear me talk about being sun safe pretty much every single day throughout the spring, summer, and even into the early fall months. While you may think I sound like a broken record, this is something that actually hits close to home for me. Being out in the sun increases your vitamin D levels, but it also increases your chance of developing a life-threatening cancer, one that took the life of a very close friend. In this Weather Ready Nation report, we take a deeper look at another one of the dangers that the sun can bring and ways that you can protect yourself and your family.
Summertime brings warm weather, which means a lot of outdoor activities, including time at the pool and time at the lake. But all that time in the sun does have its risks. Experts say it's important to protect yourself from ultraviolet rays that can cause skin cancer. Dr. Richard Hope of Lubbock Dermatology explains that melanoma is the most serious of skin cancers, and the numbers are staggering.
We're finding about 5 a week in our clinic. And if you don't find melanoma early, it absolutely can kill you. As a matter of fact, melanoma kills about 1 person an hour in the United States.
Dr. Hope says finding a questionable spot on your skin can be concerning. Ultimately, a biopsy will diagnose melanoma, but there are good ways to evaluate it before seeing a primary care physician or dermatologist.
One of the things that we try to explain to the general public is there's the A, B, C's, D's, and now E's of melanoma. A is an asymmetrical mole, a mole that's not the same on both sides. B is the borders are irregular, it's like jagged, it's not smooth. C would be various colors in a mole. If a mole's all uniform color, maybe it's okay, but if there's different colors, red, blue, black, even white in a mole, that's a sign that that mole ought to be checked. The D stands for diameter, and that's about 6 millimeters, so that's about the size of an eraser on the end of a pencil. E stands for evolving or an evolution, a mole that is changing, something that looks different than it did a month or two ago. You ought to get it checked.
Fortunately, skin cancer is 98% curable if you catch it early and have it surgically removed. Like any issue with your health, prevention is the key.
The way you prevent melanoma, the best way is to be sun smart. And here's my idea of sun smart. Do not do tanning beds. We absolutely know tanning beds induce skin cancer and of course melanoma. Another way to be sun smart is to wear sunblock when you're outdoors doing your activities.
The rule of 30 is good to remember when it comes to sunscreen. Using an SPF 30 or higher and applying it 30 minutes before any outdoor activities will greatly reduce the risk of skin cancers. It is also recommended to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours to avoid sunburns.
Sunburns are very bad for your skin, and certainly even 1 or 2 bad sunburns